10 seconds remaining.
Alright. Hey guys, Echo here. This is another chill stream cast, you know, whatever, just commentary, analysis, whatever. You get the picture. It's me pretending I know what I'm talking about for an hour, and you listen or you don't. Yeah, either way is cool. But yeah, so this is game 1 of Alliance versus Liquid, the Shanghai Major. This is the first game of the main event. Really excited to see, you know, how this goes. I think I'm excited to see both teams on LAN, mainly because Alliance has been on a tear for a while now. They just won a couple LANs. They played very well in the group stages. Extremely versatile team, and I want to see Liquid play on LAN just because like they had some good group stage games, but this is a team that doesn't really show up on LAN too much. They've had good success at one LAN, which was the defense, but it really wasn't like a LAN with a big crowd. It was like a studio kind of thing. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. Okay, so real quick, starting off with the bans. Chen Nature's Prophet ban against or for Liquid. Pretty standard bans against Alliance. You just ban Admirable Dogs, Nature's Prophet. You just do. They do not ban the Lone Druid, which is a little weird, but yeah. Okay, and Alliance banned Earth Spirit and Faceless Void. Pretty standard bans for 6.86. Not much to say about this really. Yeah, just strong heroes that initiate. They can do a lot in fights. They're good laners as well. And we see Tusk and Tide picked up for Liquid. Now this is a Jerax Tusk. It's still a peculiar pick because Tusk is not a very popular hero right now, but Jerax is insanely good at Tusk. So it makes sense for Liquid to pick them, or pick this hero out of every other team. Okay. So Ench and... Alright, I'm going offline. Okay, sorry about that. So Ench and Lone Druid picked up for Alliance. Very standard Alliance picks. Ench is a very popular hero right now. Mainly played as a support hero, actually. She had a brief stint in the offlane, or kind of an extended stint, actually, where she was just a lane dominator. But now she's mainly played as a support. She's still very good in the offlane, but teams are utilizing the creeps much more and going for ganks and stuff like that. And obviously the Lone Druid, popular hero in 6.86, and they happen to have the best Lone Druid player in the world. So kind of want to pick this hero for your Alliance. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, Ursa picked up by Liquid. This hero is good against Ench and Lone Druid, actually. Basically, he's really good at killing Ench because of Overpower. Yeah, Overpower. This gives him 400 bonus attack speed, and basically, Untouchable is completely useless against it. Just this attack slow is 40 to 130 scaling, and then Overpower is just a flat 400. So he can always do quite a bit of damage to Enchantress. Very good hero against Ench. He can also do quite a bit of damage against Lone Druid, and he can blink on top of him and cause him a little trouble, to say the least. But see, Alliance replies with Sven. He's like the breakout hero of the tournament, really. Like, he's just a solid carry. He's not as reliant on like getting super farmed as some other carries are, just because he can always farm very quickly, even if he has a rough start. He's good at fighting always, good at pushing towers, good at doing Roche. He's just good at a lot of things. He's pretty kiteable, but that's usually solved with a BKB or some CC on your team. And Liquid pick up a Phoenix. This is also another popular hero of this tournament. It's mainly played as a support, and I'd imagine that's where we're going to see it in this game, mainly because there's a Tidehunter. Pretty obviously that this is going to be the offlaner. So probably going to see a Sunray Max Phoenix. This hero is very, very good against high HP targets, or high HP heroes, mainly because Sunray does percentage damage in addition to like a small base damage. So when you cast Sunray and it does 5% HP, 5% magic damage in HP to a target with, like, you know, say 3000 HP, like Lone Druid's Bear, does quite a bit of damage. Like, this is extremely high amounts of damage. Very good hero. Also very good hero just in general against right clickers because of Fire Spirits. These heroes have very low attack speed, so it's very hard for them to break the egg if they get Fire Spirits applied to them. Good hero. And Silencer here, this is a key Alliance pick. This is a good pick in my opinion. I really like it. For a number of reasons. One, they play it a lot. EGM plays support Silencer quite a bit, and it's also incredibly good against Phoenix in lane. It's not as good against support Phoenix, just because like you're not going to be laning against a Phoenix most likely, who's support. Like he's not stuck up there like an offlane Phoenix would be. That's where the counter pick is traditionally, you know, used. But yeah, other than that, you can always global as soon as Phoenix tries to go in and get an egg off, and obviously you can't global if he's silenced, so that's good. You can also global in the middle of his dive, so you can like cut him off, so to speak. So he just ends up doing a loop rather than completing the dive. So it's pretty good. A good hero against Phoenix, even if you're not laning against him. Okay, Viper and Puckbans. Puckban is targeted towards S4 for sure. Just one of his best heroes, if not the best hero. Everyone remembers the $1 million dream, Carl. Oh god, I memes. I'm sorry. Alright, but yeah, so Puck, good hero for S4. Not much to say about that, really. Viper ban from Alliance. Viper is just really good against Sven and Lone Druid, really. Viper, like if you Viper strike Sven, he's just really sad because he can't just BKB it off or whatever. It's a rough life for him. He doesn't want to move very slowly, and that's what Viper Strike does. Same with Lone Druid's Bear, though to a slightly less extent. Okay, so OD picked up for Liquid. This hero is very good against like melee cores, just because like if you can get a lot of arcane orbs off on them, they have very low int to begin with, like Sven and Lone Druid, and if they don't have int, they can't cast their spells, and you also do 1,000,000 damage with Sanity's Eclipse. So good hero, very strong laner as well. He's one of the few heroes that can handle an Enchantress in lane. He's a bit weak when people get BKBs, but Lone Druid is probably not getting a BKB. Sven most likely will, and that's okay. But Liquid has answers for BKB targets. Like they have Ursa, who can just do a ton of physical damage, and they have Tusk, who can disable a BKB target for a while. So BKB is not like a checkmate item for Alliance. So I like the OD pick here. They have multiple like ways of dealing different types of damage, so that's quite good. Even their supports like do pretty reasonable damage. Tusk not so much, but Phoenix does quite a bit. Okay, so last pick Quap for Alliance. This is an S4 pick. I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's like if she can get an Orchid at a reasonable time, like 12, 13 minutes, which is like pretty hard against OD in lane, she can do well in this game. Like she has a few kill targets. She has Phoenix and Tusk, and even OD to an extent, depending on what he builds and how farmed he is. Yeah, so I think this is okay, but it's really snowbally. I don't see this being a good hero for S4 if like he doesn't do well in lane, which is like a little worrisome because he's playing against Fada, who's a great laner. Like that's probably Fada's biggest strength is his ability to lane. But we'll see how it goes. It is a very mobile hero. She can find farm in most cases, even if she loses her lane. Just a little bit, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
See how it goes. I'm pretty excited for this game. I might not sound it, but I definitely am. Okay, so standard start from both teams, it looks like. Eng TP's mid to place a ward. I like this opener quite a bit. This is actually like a mind gamey kind of ward, because like it is useful for mid, but it's like a lot of teams have been TPing to this middle tower and doing the same ward, except when they're dire, or like a similar one when they're radiant. So like this, if Liquid were to TP here, they would have vision of this person like warding this spot. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, so wouldn't be a Shanghai major game without a pause. Yeah, not much to say. Let's talk about the lanes. So I think it's going to be Fada mid on OD, pretty standard. Obviously S4 mid as well. They have middle items, middle heroes. I'd say this is OD favored, but I'm not actually sure. It might be like Quap favored from level 1 to 2, but we'll see. Okay, we have Alliance scouting out with the Bear. They're gonna pop the smoke. Actually, oh, Bear doesn't pop the smoke. Okay, the more you know. Interesting. Somebody is gonna get caught here, but it's S4, and he'll be fine. Yep. Makes out. That's like the worst possible hero for Liquid to run into, but really not the end of the world for them. Okay, so it's Aki playing support Enchantress, Ake, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Bulldog playing Lone Druid. I think Bulldog is going to have a good time in lane. He'll likely be laning against Ursa and Phoenix and like, a roaming Tusk. This is like pretty fine for him. Like he's going to do great actually. This is going to be a good Bulldog game. If he plays up to the Bulldog standard. Not much to say about that lane, really. Just going to be farming, really. There's some kill potential if he gets out of position with his actual Druid. and get snowballed on with Ursa, but that's about it. It's still pretty tough because he has Terrifying Roar, or Savage Roar. Yeah. Okay, and bottom lane, it's going to be tied against Sven, Silencer, and a Roaming Ench. This is a pretty annoying lane for Tide, to be honest. Silencer is just sick at zoning like solo offlaners, especially melees with the glaives. Luckily, Tide has Kraken Shell, and he won't take too much damage. He also bought a shit ton of regen, because he knows he's going to get harassed. So he won't do too poorly, but it's still like a really annoying lane. I hate playing against Silencer personally. Especially ones that go Curse, actually. Curse is like not the best spell in the world, but it's super good in lane. It just does a lot of damage, especially when like he curses you while you're trading with him, so you can't like cast spells and do a little more damage. Certainly pretty annoying. Okay. So win conditions for each team. I would say level 16 on Phoenix is not a win condition, but it's a very, very big deal if they can get this. It's tough because he's a support, but it is Jerax. Usually quite good at finding his farm on the 4 heroes. Other win conditions include Roche, obviously, for Liquid. I'd say like 2nd or 3rd Roche if they get it without, trading too many of their top towers, then they'll be in good shape. Probably not a win condition, though. I'd say this is like their overall game plan, though, is to secure Roche. It's very hard for Alliance to teamfight into Roche, or into Liquid's like Roche fight, just because Liquid have Phoenix and Tide, and to an extent Tuska and OD as well. These heroes are just really good at team fighting, and they're especially good at area denial. Like if you look at the way Phoenix's spells work, like all of them are AoE nukes, and then Supernova is like an AoE nuke / like zoning tool, or kind of like a bug zapper, so to speak. Like people go in to hit the egg, and they either get zapped or they just break it and kill it, and that's fine. But yeah, it's pretty hard to teamfight into Phoenix and Tide. Like a hero with so much AoE damage like Phoenix and Supernova pairs very well with a hero like Tide who can peel off of Phoenix if people are hitting the egg, or keep them trapped in the egg stun, or in the egg's burn damage rather. So that's pretty good. Alliance is very good at pushing though. Like they're not super good at sieging, but they are very good at routing and pushing out waves. They always have global if one of their cores gets caught. So if Lone Druid is pushing, for example, and Phoenix dives, or OD threatens to astral him, he can always global and save that core. Alternatively, okay, so I like one thing about Alliance's draft quite a bit, and I'm just seeing it now, is if Quap ever goes on somebody, or like Sven or Lone Druid ever goes on somebody, they can immediately global, and then that person, unless like their allies have magic immunity, or they have magic immunity, and they have an escape, that person is going to die pretty much no matter what. Like depending, of course, on items, levels, etc. But that's one thing that I'm seeing about this lineup that's pretty good. Okay. Thank God the game is starting. Holy shit. I don't know how casters do that. I was like really struggling to find material there to fill with. Whew. Okay, we're good. So pretty standard item builds from... ooh, 2 Fairy Fires on Jerax actually. This is interesting because Phoenix has like very low base damage and also very low base HP. So this kind of makes up for that. It's still interesting. Huh. Also note Bulldog's positioning here. He's not stupid enough to just sit right here. He knows that, people very often check. He can get trapped here though. Okay, he got trapped. As soon as I fucking said that. God damn it. Alright, so Bulldog's gonna die here. He has no counterplay. Alright, nice play by Kuroki. This is a good ice shard placement. Basically, like he cut off both paths with the same shard, so it was good. Also, no hesitation, so good play by him. This is actually a big deal. Like their supports are getting close to level 2 now. It's a big power spike for them. Also, he lost his bear, which sucks, but like not a big deal because he can just resummon. Thank God for this buff. I see Aki dewarding this camp. This helps quite a bit. This camp is super important for Bulldog. So this is a really nice play by Aki. Or Ake. I'll get that pronunciation correct eventually. And Mind Control is just laning against the Silencer. He's really sad. Silencer doesn't even have glaives yet, and he's already down 2 tangos and a salve. Pretty miserable lane. Luckily he's tied and he can always farm. But you do see that he's actively trading with the Silencer and trying to trade his regen. This is really good by Mind Control. If you're ever in a losing lane like this and you're not like able to, you know, just instantly die, then you always want to be trading your regen, especially if you have more. And in this case, Mind Control has much more than both his opponents. So this is a good play by Mind Control, trying to get Anchor Smashes on the Silencer. Basically, if he can get to a point where he has more regen than Silencer, then every trade really, really matters, and he can push Silencer out of lane and give himself some breathing room. So it's quite good. I like to see offlaners trade like this. Okay, so Kuroki just runs up here and blocks again. It's pretty annoying for Bulldog, but this is actually really important. This is how Lone Druid gets his farm in lane. And now he's just gonna have to go jungle pretty much. Like he's not walking into lane against these heroes anymore anyway. Like he lost his opportunity. Before it would have been an okay lane when he was level 1 and he was on even playing fields. But since he died at level 1, it's pretty rough now. Also, the lane is in a very disadvantageous spot. So we'll see him go to the jungle. He's had situations like this before, and he's, you know, been totally fine. So not too much to worry about, really. He also has an Iron Tile now, so he's just, you know, this is basically like 10 Midases. Sick item, honestly. Okay, so mid S4 is actually doing quite well against OD. That's good. Good for him. I'm not sure how this matchup goes, but I guess Quap is able to bully him a bit early on. I can see that being the case. Strange. Okay. So yeah, usually when both junglers or both offlaners retreat into the jungle like this, the game is going to be pretty slow. Luckily, Ench is still like a very high pitch. English is hard. Fast-paced hero. There we go. Fast, not high. Fast-paced hero. She can, you know, gank whenever she wants with creeps. She's also going to harass Tide a little bit here, which is, I like to see this. You know, Kuroki was just doing this earlier to Lone Druid. Good play. It looks like he wants to ward, but it would be a little obvious since he was just there, and Mind Control saw that he had a ward. Also harassing mid with the tornado. It's a good play. Just any kind of regen, any kind of damage you can do to Fada is going to help quite a bit, because the damage will stick. So it's good on him. You see Loda saving up all his gold. I would like to see him just go for like Brown Boots, Helm of Dominator, and start sacking the Ancients quite a bit. I think this is totally fine. He's in an uncontested lane. Alternatively, he can just pick up Treads, and that's completely fine as well. But yeah. I think if you're in a free farm lane like this, you can just get HOD and start sacking Ancients ASAP. That's pretty good. He's going for a max stun, actually. He might just go for 2 points, but still pretty interesting. A lot of spends at this tournament max cleave. And that's like it's a pretty risky build, honestly, because like maxing stun is a lot of damage. Like you get 225 damage from 3 extra skill points, whereas cleave lets you farm much faster. So it's a even trade-off. Like the stun max lets you fight better, and cleave max lets you farm much faster. I think I prefer like 2 points in stun actually, and then maxing cleave. I think that this is completely fine, but we'll see what he goes. Okay. Both of Liquid supports are level 3. They look like they're prepping for a dive here, but it's pretty tough. Also, really nice play by Lone Druid, or by Bulldog here. This is why he's one of the best like Lone Druid players in the game, if not the best. Like he just does this stuff that like makes it so annoying for the opponents to play against. Like these supports can't kill this bear. Like it's not happening. Like even if they, you know, Ice Shard Snowball and all the creeps are hitting him, like he's just dragging this creep wave and preventing the dive. Like they can't dive if they don't have tower, or if they don't have creeps to give vision and to tank the tower a little bit. So this is a really nice play by Bulldog. He's like preventing his death, so to speak. His tower is at risk here, but like there are so many creeps that are going to be hitting the tower that like they're not all going to die before he gets XP. Okay, we see S4 TP up here anyway to gank. He does not have Sonic Wave mana for a little bit. He needs like 10 more. He has a huge Sonic Wave here. Holy shit, this is so big. Alright, they're just dead. God damn. Alright, that was nice. A little bit of a misplay by Liquid. They overcommitted quite a bit. They must have assumed that he didn't have any stick charges left or something, or like he didn't have mana. And they were right, but he had stick and, you know, some bottle charges, so he was able to get it off. Fada getting aggressive with a haste rune should just result in the death of a creep, if anything. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that gank was very impactful. It was only the supports that died, so it's not like super horrible for Liquid, but it's still pretty big. Like, that's a lot of golden experience to Quap and Lone Druid. Especially a Lone Druid that was doing poorly in lane. So all of that time they spent, you know, messing with him in the jungle and harassing and, like, zoning him out of lane is kind of, like, you know, down the drain now. And that's not bad. They're still back to, like, you know, around even, but, you know, we'll see. Actually, Alliance is just at a 1,500 gold lead off that. Holy shit. That's quite a bit for 6 minutes. That's pretty impactful. I'm not sure where this comes from. Matumbaman is farming well. Okay, so it's mainly because Ake is so farmed. EGM also has 10 CS from pulling. So it's basically just the supports, actually. That's where it comes from. Liquid supports have not been pulling or last sitting as well. And obviously Tusk cannot jungle nearly as well as Enchantress can. Neither can Phoenix. So that makes sense. Okay. So I don't really expect Alliance to start grouping too quickly. They have the opportunity to with Ench and Sven. And, you know, when they have global, they can do that as well, but it's still pretty weird. Like, it's very hard to group into a Phoenix and a Tusk, or and a Tide. They're certainly in a strange spot, though. Okay. Not sure what they're fighting over here. It might be a ward. I mean, Jarek's, like, Liquid knows this is happening, so nothing is going to come out of this. That's okay. Alliance can probably infer from this that Liquid have some sort of vision around here now. Okay, Jarek CP's bottom. It could Mango Ravage. Oh, it just turned daytime. Sven saw them. Holy shit, that's so... Not necessarily unlucky, but, like, it sucks. Because you can plan for daytime, right? Like, it's going to be the same time every game. Even when it bugs out a little bit. So it's like a poor play by Liquid, but, like, it's super hard to, you know, think about that sort of thing. But it just goes to show you, like, even pros make mistakes when it comes to timing and stuff like that. Okay, so Mask of Madness picked up by Matumbaman. This item just lets Ursa farm so fast. It's pretty good for fighting as well, because like you can't be kited as easily as you usually can. Also, Lone Druid just picked up an 8-minute Midas. Pretty good timing. So this is Talon, Boots 1, and Midas. He's doing quite well for himself, I'd say. Yeah, okay. Alliance are definitely out farming Liquid, and that's gonna be an issue later on. Luckily, Liquid's heroes don't really need too much farm. But yeah. Okay, so Jarex is going to go down to the creeps and Lone Druid pet. I think Bulldog is dead. Yeah, he's getting his hand. He's eclipsed. Okay. Oh, nice dodge. Nice dodge into root. Okay, standard Bulldog play. He used the transformation to dodge the last hit, which is pretty sick. But obviously it doesn't mean anything. It just means Fada, you know, spends a little tiny bit more time. So it does matter, but not the biggest deal either way. Okay, see a dive on Matumbaman. This is a pretty big kill if they can get it. Okay, he hit the wrong tree. That sucks, but he wouldn't have gotten out either way, so. Nice dive by Alliance. They knew that there was a lot going on top lane, and Tusk and, you know, Phoenix were already up here, so they could do whatever they wanted mid. Pretty nice play. Also, Tide might have just TP'd bottom. Oh, or he might have been dead or something, who knows. So they pretty much knew they could do whatever they wanted. Good play by them. Might see a smoke from a Matumbaman here. Generally when Ursas die, they like to smoke and just go to rush. I don't particularly want to see that, because it seems like the really obvious play. But Tusk does have a smoke on him, so we'll see how it goes. They might do it. I hope they don't, actually. This is so obvious. If anything, I want him to just like run into Roche Pit and just fucking do it, because he has a Ravage and a Supernova. Like, what's Alliance gonna do? They can always global, but like, yeah, okay. So he's just gonna elect to do that. Nice. Really, he can just do this because like Alliance can't team fight into them, and he can also do it incredibly quickly with Mask of Madness. Yeah, so Alliance isn't even gonna contest. They know they have no chance to fight them. I would like to see Lone Druid or somebody pushing this top tower so they could get an effective trade here. But they don't like to do that, which is kind of a mistake in my opinion. Okay, Supernova on mid. Looks like Aki will die, but okay, EGM will die too. Wow, all right. So yeah, really nice play by Liquid. Again, Alliance made a mistake here. Like there's no reason for them to get caught out in this case. They have no business being mid. They can push the wave out and then immediately rotate top. This was a poor play by Alliance for sure. They really should have been like cognizant of the fact that Ursa just died. Probably gonna go to Roche. That's the very obvious play. They should have definitely gone for top tower here. That was their optimal like trading location. CS4 mid, he's looking to do some creep cutting things, I think. Bit risky though. Alright. So Alliance is going to engage. Okay, okay. This is good. That's a nice global. Okay, S4 still has Sonic Wave here. Bear does die. Gets resummoned though. Where's the root? Alright, Bulldog's washed up. Didn't root first hit. Yeah, that was fine. It's actually fine for Liquid too. Like this was global expended for just a test kill. It's not bad for Alliance by any means, but yeah, it's a bit iffy. Also, Loda has gone for max stun and max blink, and he's maxing Warcry second. So his farm rate is going to be like pretty piss poor compared to like other Sven builds. But we'll see like if the blink dagger pays off and he is able to win a lot of fights with it. Because if that's the case, then it's okay for him to farm not as quickly as usual. Okay. He's played by S4, doing some damage before he blinks out. He is going for the Orchid build. It's going to be a bit late, but he's doing alright. Okay, I think Matumba Man saw S4 here. Okay, Kuroki can scout S4 here with the ice shards, but we'll see what happens. I did mean Frozen Sigil, but I guess he could scout with ice shards too. He likes to go for a ward instead. Probably a good play. This is like a preparation ward for them to take this bottom tower. You just want as much vision around towers as you can before you go for big plays like this. It's very easy to get collapse on if you don't have this kind of extra vision on your sides. Also, another good ward spot is behind the tower. You can see people TPing in, them getting ready to initiate, things like that. You do max stun sometimes. In cases where you want to fight a lot, it's okay. It's not awful. It's just like not as good for farming. Okay. Alliance forces 2 TPs. OD actually ends up canceling it. Probably a good choice. There's not much for him to do up here. Even if they did group, there's no tower for them to take except for the T2. Okay, Kuroki gets caught by the blink, so blink is paying off a little bit. Nice play by Loda. Now Alliance are pretty much free to push this. They still have to fight into a Ravage, Mech, and Supernova. So it's a bit scary, but I think they can do it. See, Fada gets blinked on, Global comes out. Liquid have no way to defend this guy now. Okay, OD ends up going down, even though the Ravage comes out and it was good. EGM's getting chased down by Ursa, he's gonna die. Loda's gonna TP out. Okay. So Lindred actually ended up peeling off Matumba Man a little bit, but EGM still died. And see, that's where the Phoenix Sunray comes into play. Like, did you fucking see how much damage this guy did? Like, he just melted this, like, how much HP does this thing have? He melted this 2700 HP bear down from, like, half. So he just, did 1400 damage, like, roughly. Just instantly like that. That's actually crazy. Like, this hero does so much damage. That's not even with max Sunray either. Like, Ursa got like 2 hits off when this bear was like over half HP. That's actually crazy. Alright. Anyway. S4 was pushing bottom that whole time, so he's getting very close to his Orchid. He also got some damage on the T2 bottom, which is pretty good. I'd say that was overall a win for Alliance. They managed to, blow every ultimate off of Liquid. That was good. They forced a lot of rotations as well. And they still ended up coming out ahead in the team fight. Like, they only lost EGM. Whereas they killed Fada and Kuroki. So 2 very high value kills for the cost of your silencer. And you only had to use global to do it. So pretty good. Also, you had a hero farming the whole time bottom. So this is a great play by Alliance, actually. Really nice stun by Ake with the Centaur there. My top man is actually in trouble here. He has no Aegis. Holy shit. Okay, that was a mistake by Alliance. They should have hard committed right there. It's hard to be aware enough to know you can just go in and kill that guy, but yeah. Okay, EGM is in trouble here. He's gonna go down. He ended up over chasing a little bit, but Alliance definitely should have hard committed on this Ursa. Like, he was very split up, and he didn't have Aegis. It had just expired. But not the end of the world. That's okay. S4 is pushing this whole time either way. Oh, Fada cancels his TP. Oh, it gets cancelled by a Centaur. Okay, nice play by Aka again. This guy's owning. This is going to allow S4 to get this tower if nobody else on Liquid responds. And he'll get very close to his Orchid off this. So that stomp was actually like very impactful. Really nice play by Aka. Okay, so he's not going to get the tower. Liquid ends up TPing down Tusk. But Alliance can go for a fight in this area now, because they know Tusk can't be there no matter what. Okay. Yeah, see, look at this bear, but just get melted. Like, it's a nice roar by Lodger, but still, it took so much damage in that, like, tiny little, like, few seconds of being Sunrayed. Like, that was so much damage. It was just, like, 500 damage instantly. Guess it's fucking nuts. I'm never going to get over seeing this. Well, I might eventually, if it's, like, a meta hero or whatever, but you know what I mean. That's like, craziness. Okay.
That was kind of you.
Liquid go for a smoke. Just about time. Their ults are up. Makes a lot of sense. Global is up 2, but if they kill EGM, then obviously he can't global. Okay. See, Ato is picked up by OD. It's good to hear. Great item against Sven and Lone Druid. They're just very kiteable heroes. They need to be in melee range to hit stuff, and slow makes it hard for them to be in melee range, to put it simply. Okay, so Bulldog ends up popping the smoke, so pretty lucky by him. But a good play nonetheless to get out. He had the game sense, you know, necessary to smell that a gank was coming, and he didn't kill a small Centaur. Whereas if he stayed, he probably would have died. So nice play by Bulldog there. Okay, see Aka going for a phase drum. Pretty weird. Normally you see treads on edge, but I guess phase is pretty good against Ursa in this case because he needs to, you know, run away really quickly. So I can get behind that actually. It's okay. Okay, Orchid picked up by S4. Big item. Very, very important item. This actually makes their team fight much better too. Now they don't have to expend global for, you know, just a solo Phoenix if they want to prevent his ult, or a Tidehunter or Ursa ult, something like that. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So it's gonna be pretty chill. Liquid might go for another smoke when Phoenix respawns, but they're really not in a rush. Their ults are available no matter what, so they don't have to force anything. If anything, they can just wait for Roche. I'd like to see them fight a little bit more and, you know, use their ult cooldowns one more time before they go for Roche, but we'll see. Alternatively, Alliance really needs ABKB up on Loda pretty quickly. It's again kind of why I'm like a bit iffy on this Blink stun build. Okay, yeah, so Liquid did end up going for a smoke. And he's gonna die here, this sucks. Alright. Oh, yeah, he can't really be saved here, even with global. That just sucks. Okay. A little bit unlucky, but yeah. What I was saying about okay, Phoenix ends up dying to S4 down here. First Orchid reveal by Quap, so a nice play by S4. But what I was saying about the Sven build, when you go Dagger and Max Stun, like basically his catch-up potential is all through fighting now. He doesn't really have the opportunity to just farm this back up and like keep his item progression going. Just because he doesn't have max cleave right now. Okay, so nice Ravage by Mind Control. And she instantly dies. Bulldog is in a lot of trouble here. Okay, Silence ends up going down to Ursa. You'll notice Bulldog sent his bear up rather than into the trees with him. This is like really good. Really nice play by him. He like directed attention away from himself. That's pretty hard to like tell where he was going in the middle of the fight, so nice play by him for sure. Okay. Loda might choose to go in here. I'd advise against it personally. Okay, so he backs off. Good. He is going for a BKB. It kind of sucks that he has to go for this again, just because they have an Ursa. He really needs like some kind of stats so he can fight the Ursa, or at least kill him. Like maybe he doesn't have to man fight him, but he has to be able to kill him in a stun or a global, something like that, or an entangle. Okay, casual 2 boots build on Bulldog. There we go. He does have Midas Radiance, so he's doing quite well for himself. It's 21 minutes. This is actually a really fast Radiance. So, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I think just expect Alliance to transition into their usual rat playstyle. I don't say that, negatively. I think that's just what they have to do in this game. Liquid's teamfight is too good with Ravage and Supernova. It's god tier. And they're also going to get their second rush of the game. So pretty good. Pretty good for them. Really, really nice item choice by Matamba Man with Diffusive Blade. This is so good for a number of different reasons. Like, number one, the mana drain, obviously good. That's, the very obvious benefit of the item. But the main thing is global, actually. So, okay, we'll see if he goes for this. Yep, that's one of the many reasons why it's good. Is Alliance have like very immobile heroes. Like Silencer, if he just diffusal charges and chases him down with Empower or Overpower rather, he's just dead. Same thing happened to Ench, and Ench is like much more beefy than a Silencer. Same thing happens with Cop really too if she doesn't have Blink Up. Also, the Diffusal is very good against Silence. So like any global Silence, Last Word, Disarm, anything, it's really good. So he's going to be able to diffuse himself or purge himself, and then break the silence, and he'll be able to enrage in a fight if he gets gone on or something like that. Assuming he's not stunned. Oh yeah. But yeah, this is a really sick item choice by Matamba Man. Also, like any Ghost Scepters that Alliance planned on purchasing are just kind of like useless now. And that would be a really good item for them because it's also good against OD. I like the Ghost Scepter item, so nice choice by Matamba Man for sure. See the barriers getting destroyed by Sunray. This hero is so good. Look at this. Alright. Wait, I don't know why Fado just stopped hitting the bear. Why is that? That's pretty weird. I think that was just free gold that he gave up. It did get roared. Like, he did cast Roar, but he had a chance to turn around. Oh well. Not a big deal. Okay, S4 made an aggressive play on Phoenix, it looks like. He will get out of this. Yeah, he has Blink Up. He's fine. Okay, meanwhile, Loda's farming up his BKB. I'd say Alliance's best opportunity is fight as soon as Loda gets BKB and they have global up. They just need to like prevent Liquid from snowballing here. Alternatively, they could wait and farm, but like if you think about it, Loda just went for 2 items, like 6k gold worth of items that make him fight a little bit better. Okay, engage on Bulldog, Ravage is used. Nothing is gonna happen. Oh no, okay. The Matamba Man gets the slow off, so Bulldog is in trouble. Yeah, he ends up going down. Egg is used. EGM's in trouble as well. Really nice Sonic Wave by S4, but not going to end up well for him because he blinked in. Okay, that's rough. That's pretty rough. Okay, so Liquid are just going to push this T2. Maybe even go high ground here. I think they should go high grounds. But what I was saying about Sven earlier in his item progression, basically like he went for so many fighting items that like he's not going to be able to farm himself back into the game. It's pretty dire situation for Alliance here, I think. Like, this is their best late game hero by far, and he is not in a position where he can even farm and go to late game. BKB doesn't help you farm at all. Like, it increases your farming speed by like, okay, 10 strength, 10 damage, and then 16 damage from the Mithril Hammer. It's really not that much compared to like an SNY, which makes you run faster, gives you damage, HP, etc. They're not totally out of it by any means, but yeah, certainly rough for them. And also, he's in this this weird position where like he just has to save for buyback. He can't even go straight for his BKB. Oh, this is rough. Okay. So what can they do to get back in the game though? Okay, he does go for a BKB. I think he does have to do this. I really think they just have to go for a straight up fight. Like Liquid has no Ravage. They have no Supernova right now. They have like a 20-second window where they can go in. Alternatively, they could try to just play the cat and mouse game and like push out creep waves and make it really hard for Liquid to go high grounds. But I think Liquid can just brute force at this point. Like once they get BKB on Ursa or like whatever they're going, they could even go Abyssal. Actually, he could just go straight Abyssal, because he has Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower has
It's going to be hard for Alliance to win. But they've certainly had crazier comebacks, you know, with similar heroes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, EGM, again, just food for Ursa. Not much you can do, honestly. Even when he gets a Force Staff, he's just going to get purged. And Matumba Man's going to chase him down. This guy's going ham. I should probably switch to net worth. There we go. Okay. Question, in what cases do you get S and Y after Damon Sven? And if you go S and Y, what cases do you go straight BKB? So I would say in most cases you go straight S and Y. Mainly because like S and Y allows you to progress your items further through farm rather than through fighting. Sometimes you just have to go BKB in cases where like the enemy team is threatening high ground, or like they're going to take all of your T2s or something, and they have a lot of magic damage. In that case, it's really good. Sorry, I didn't have chat open, so I didn't see your message right away. Hope it wasn't too late. Okay, so gem picked up by Kroki. This is really good. When you're ahead, you pretty much always want to buy a gem anyway. Just getting the map control with your team is quite good. Let's look at Alliance's vision. Yeah, so the map is basically black for them. Like, they have this ward in the enemy jungle and this ward in mid. But it's pretty hard for them to make plays if they don't have vision on enemy heroes. Okay, S4 initiates on Jerax. Nice play by him. That's a good pickup, actually. This is a big part of Liquid's team fight. So now Alliance is going to be able to push this. Jerax can buy back. Oh, no, he can't. Okay. That's fine. It does look like Liquid are considering defending, though. Maybe the T2. I feel like that would be a mistake, actually. Like, they need Phoenix to fight. Unless they just blow up Silencer or like Queen of Pain before the fight starts. But a Global Silence makes that like really difficult. It's super hard to fight into this hero. Fada might get caught, but he has a BKB, so he'll be fine. Yeah, S4 is going to force the BKB. He has the option. Oh, no. Okay. So the blink really paid off there. He doesn't get that stun if he doesn't have it. But that's a misplay by Fada. He should have just like immediately blink BKB TP'd. That was the play. Or he could imprison himself and then, you know, blink out and BKB TP. But you can't be greedy with your BKB usage. Like, it is your 10-second BKB, but like you just got to use it. You can't die in this case. You're a huge part of your team's damage. Now your team just has to concede this T2. Okay, that's a big mistake by Fada, actually. Oh yeah, so just like that, Alliance are like back in the game. Pretty surprising, actually. They're threatening high ground, but I think they back off here. Yeah. Okay. S4 might have been like trying to bait an overextension there. But yeah. So Fada got a little bit greedy. He tried to save his BKB. Or I'm assuming that's what he did anyway. Or he tried to do anyway, but yeah. That's right. Okay. Matumba Man did end up going for a BKB. Quite good against Silencer. He doesn't have to use Diffusal charges on himself anymore. Also good against Fence Stun, Untouchable, Shadow Strike, Orchid. Just a solid item this game. He might want to consider upgrading his Diffusal once he uses the extra charges up. They've just proven to be very useful this game. Alternatively, he could go for an Abyssal. That's quite good against Sven, who has a BKB in this case. He can actually just melt Sven in an Abyssal stun, which would be pretty nutty. That's like 4,000 gold away, though. It's a distant dream. Okay. S4 is doing a good job of pushing out a lot of side lanes. Like, he's creating a lot of space this way. Like, he's making it hard for Liquid to make moves here, just because he's always pushing a lane. Like, I see he's cutting this creep wave. You know, Fada's chasing him around. He's just being super annoying. This is what you need to be doing as Queen of Pain, especially in losing positions. Like, the blink allows you to do this pretty safely, so long as you have a good sense of what's going on the map. Okay, Aetherland's picked up by Jerax, actually. That's weird. It increases dive range. I'm not sure if it increases the sunray range. I'd imagine it does. That's still really weird to me. The damage amp is probably okay because percentage damage is good with sunray, but that's odd. I'll have to like try this out and see if I like it. It just seems like a Shiva or a Blink would be better in this case. I don't know though. I haven't tried this, so I won't knock it. It seems like okay. Okay, also S4 has a BKB as well. He's doing a pretty good job farming when he had a pretty rough start in the lane. And this is mainly because of his his pushing shenanigans down here, up here. So good job by S4. Expect to see him go like AC, something like that. He could also go for a Hex, but I think his team needs more damage. Honestly, Sven and Lone Druid aren't enough at this point. I think AC would be a big benefit for their team. Also, a Lone Druid could go for AC, so we'll see about that, but yeah. Okay, Bear is pushing out mid. Okay, it looks like the Bear is going to go for AC, so yeah. Ooh, nice roar by Bulldog. This Bear needs to stay healthy before the fight. You can always resummon, but like 2 bears are better than 1, obviously. Okay, nice, really nice done by Loda. Oh, sick imprison by Fada actually. He imprisons and BKBs. Now my Man's gonna get his damage off. Nice Ravage by Mind Control, hits 4. Really sick egg as well. This is really bad for Alliance actually. Okay, Fada is super close to dying, but he gets an imprison off. It's a nice play by him. He's actually not gonna go down, he's gonna blink out. Okay, that was really nice by Liquid. Really, really nice play by Liquid. Fada is like MVP of that fight for sure, with the imprison on Matumba Man and then himself. He baits, the entire team of Alliance to go on Matumba Man. It just imprisons him last second, so he lives, gets his damage off eventually. Then he imprisons himself after S4 blinks in, saves himself. Really sick play by him. Like, the Ravage was really nice too, but this Astral Imprisonment set all that up. It's not possible if he just lets Matumba Man die. So that's like, that's racks, maybe 2, probably just 1 realistically. Matumba Man is going a little crazy right now, but he's not going to get punished for it, it looks like. 2 buybacks out from Alliance. Yes. S4 is going to get punched. Double stun from Loda. Okay, so S4 just goes down. He has no buyback. And that is game 1 of the series, pretty much. We'll see what Bulldog can do, but he's just a Lone Druid. He's a Lone Druid against a Sunray. He does Savage Roar, so that's good. Okay, got strength up on Sven. He's gonna melt these guys. They're really stacked up. Okay, he gets first hit bash. That's rough. He just needs to fight at this point. Okay, yeah, just BKB first hit bash again. That is rough. Alright, so Quap and Sven have no buybacks. This is pretty much game 1.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, just expect Liquid to take this Rex. They could also go bottom. Like, there's no buybacks on Sven or Quap, but yeah.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Hear myself asunder.
What's your opinion on 4143 stats on OD over 4443? It's not super good, honestly. Like, the main reason is, like, the cooldown goes down on imprisonment. Like, it goes down by 12 seconds. So, like, this play that Fada made mid, where he basically just won his team the game, is not possible if he go for stats instead. Like, the extra HP and damage wouldn't have helped him nearly as much as being able to save his teammate and then himself. So, I'd say 99% of cases go 4443 on OD. The cooldown is just so valuable. Even if the spell did no damage, it would be the case in my opinion. Okay, so it looks like Alliance are going to go for like a yellow play here. They're just trying to go for a weird flank. They kind of have to do this. I would like to see them do a desperation play before they decide to end the game. Really nice positioning by S4 here. He's giving his team a lot of vision, and he's smoked up. Oh, he also breaks the smoke. Alright, that was sick. That was money. Okay, nice Ravage by Mind Control. Instantly kills Lone Druid. Okay, yeah, this game. That's like their last chance, pretty much. Now Liquid just go to Roche. They hopefully go for, a nice, slow, controlled win through top lane. After they take Rex. Or they take Roche here. This is also cheese, so pretty tough for Alliance. Not 100% over, but, pretty close. It really depends on what Liquid does. If they go for the slow controlled win through top lane, then the game is over. Okay. Jarek says 4.5k. He could opt for like a Shiva. I think a Shiva is pretty good here. Oh, he goes for a BKB. Oh, that's pretty smart. Okay. Yeah, it's the counter of the global. If he ever gets, silenced as he's diving in or whatever, he can just BKB. And Supernova. That's pretty good. I like this.
Haste.
Okay, S4 doing his creep cutting shenanigans again. He's just making it really annoying for Liquid. Like he's fighting to the bitter or till the bitter end. I like this. Okay. Hex picked up by OD. That's pretty rough for S4 and Loda. It's just hard to do like anything against this Blink Hex OD. He can actually just get Hex here and die. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, no counterplay. His only counterplay is the BKB, but like he has no way of BKBing if he does this out of Fog. So yeah, it's just rough. I think this is not a bad play by S4 though, honestly. Like he has to be doing this shit and just cutting the creep waves and like making it hard for Liquid to push. Like one ended up getting through, but if this creep wave gets cleared, he saved his team like quite a bit of time. I really don't think this is a bad play by S4, honestly. And that's not me trying to like, you know, suck Alliance's dick or whatever. That's just me being real. Okay, Abyssal picked up by your site. Yeah, this is rough. Okay, Loda gets hexed. Didn't get his BKB off in time. Instantly dead. No buyback. Alright. Yeah, GG. So that was a nice game by Liquid. Pretty interesting draft for sure. I like the idea of running two really big teamfight heroes in Phoenix and Tusk and Ursa. It just gives you really good rush control. I really like that. I think Alliance's draft was not bad, but it was a bit like, you know, all over the place. Like, I think they could have picked a different carry rather than Sven if they wanted to go for the rat game, and that would have been fine. But yeah, so a really nice game by Liquid overall. Okay, so this was game one of the first game of the day, or the first series of the day of the Shanghai Major. This is the main event. This is me, you know, doing a chill cast commentary. Basically, it's just me pretending I know what I'm talking about for an hour, and you listen or you don't. Yeah, but thank you for watching. Game 2 is coming up soon.